Let's kick things off with the White House, the residence of the president, and new head office for coronavirus. It has been 5 days since President Trump revealed that he had tested positive for COVID-19, which was his most depressing test result since he found out his wife was pregnant with Eric. And since that time, the virus has been spreading faster than an HBO password on a college campus.
This morning, the COVID outbreak spreading through the White House has reached the Pentagon. And now almost the entire Joint Chiefs of Staff, including the military's most senior general, Mark Milley, and other top officers, are in quarantine after being exposed to the Coast Guard's #2 officer, Admiral Charles Ray. This is the number of people testing positive who have been near the president or at the White House in recent days spiked to 24. The latest name, senior advisor Stephen Miller, who was part of a debate prep session with the president last week. As President Trump continues to downplay the severity of the virus, the White House has become a hotbed of infection. His military aide who carries the so-called nuclear football, a presidential valet who serves his meals, plus 2 more staffers in the press office also testing positive.
Yes, the nation's top generals and the guy who carries the nuclear football are all quarantining now. And you might think that this is the perfect opportunity to invade America because the Pentagon is going to have to coordinate America's defense over Zoom. But actually, given how infectious America is right now, good luck convincing your soldiers to attack. Sergey, now is perfect time. Go and occupy the White House. No, why don't you occupy White House? No, you go occupy White House. Yeah, why don't you? Yeah, but maybe you go. No, Sergey, you go. Basically, right now, America's that free mattress that you find on the curb. You could take it, but you know it's infested with something. And guys, I know that a lot of people are going to make fun of Stephen Miller for getting coronavirus, but please, we should all be concerned for him. Because with a forehead that big, can you imagine if he gets a fever? That's just going to affect climate change all by itself. Not to mention, Stephen Miller is at much higher risk because COVID is harder on people over 60. He's 35? Are you shitting me? You know who I really feel bad for? Jared Kushner. Because think about it, the guy already has like 50 jobs and now everyone else has to quarantine. He's gonna have to pick up all the slack. Jared, I'm gonna need you to run the military, be my press secretary, and hold on to the nuclear football. But I've never held a football. You gotta appreciate the irony though, right? The president who spent years blaming Mexicans for bringing over disease has personally turned the White House into a petri dish. But look, we've been talking about nothing but corona all week. And there is other stuff happening. In fact, there's some pretty big news today from the world of tech.
A blockbuster report by House lawmakers calling on Congress to break up big tech after a 16-month investigation into Apple, Amazon, Google, and Facebook. The Democratic-led Judiciary Committee says the Big Four all hold or abuse monopoly power and need to be reined in. The 450-page report compares the industry giants to the likes of oil barons and railroad tycoons. That panel is now proposing the biggest overhaul of antitrust laws in decades.
That's right. A major House investigation is recommending that the big tech companies have become powerful monopolies, and so they should be broken up. And that means Amazon could be split off into one company that sells you the products that you're trying to buy, and then another company that tricks you into buying weird knockoffs from countries that no longer exist. Apple could be separated into one company that sells you phones, and then another company that sells you a different charging cable every year for no reason. And then Google could be broken up into one company that gives you search results, and another company that just keeps guessing what you're about to type. How do you get rid of a rash on your crotch? Ew, no. Install a ceiling fan when you have a rash on your crotch. Now, I'm not gonna front. On the one hand, this is almost so obvious that I can't believe it took a 16-month investigation to figure out. Of course, these big tech companies are monopolies, and breaking them up could be a good idea. I mean, if you break up Amazon, that is great news for bookstores in 1997. On the other hand, the only reason these companies have gotten so big is because people love using them. So Congress might want to be careful about how far they take this thing. Good news, everybody. We're breaking Amazon up. Okay, Congress, I guess y'all gonna be delivering my shampoo because I want Prime from somebody, and I don't care who it is.